Glass explodes across the intersection. Metal screams against concrete. A black sedan spins like a broken carousel in the middle of Seoul's busiest district, and Zara Williams doesn't think. She runs. 3 seconds. That's all it took for her life to end and a new one to start. The car door is hot under her hands. Smoke pours from the hood. Inside, an elderly woman slumps against the steering wheel, blood trickling from her temple. The crowd behind Zara pulls out their phones. They film. They watch. Nobody moves. Zara yanks the door open. The metal groans. Fire licks at the engine block, spreading fast. She reaches in, unbuckles the seatbelt with shaking fingers, and hooks her arms under the woman's shoulders. The woman is heavier than she looks, dead weight against Zara's chest. She drags her backward, stumbling on the hot asphalt, her waitress apron tearing on the broken doorframe. 10 feet from the car, 15, 20. Zara lowers the woman to the ground, checks her pulse. Weak, but there. She cradles the woman's head, speaks in Korean without thinking. Halmani, stay with me. You're okay. I've got you. Welcome to First Epic Tales. By Liam Besties. Please like, share, and subscribe. The woman's eyes flutter open, dark, sharp, calculating even in pain. She looks at Zara like she's memorizing her face. Then her eyes close again. That's when Zara hears the sirens. But they're not ambulances. Black SUVs screech into the intersection from 3 directions, blocking traffic, blocking escape routes. Doors slam open in perfect synchronization. Men in black suits pour out, and they move like soldiers, not civilians. Earpieces, tattoos crawling up their necks, guns barely concealed under their jackets. This isn't a rescue. This is an extraction. A figure steps out of the center SUV, and the air itself seems to shift. Tall, lean, face carved from ice and fury. Tattoos snake up his neck and across his knuckles. His eyes scan the scene with surgical precision, landing first on his mother, then on Zara. Taehyun doesn't speak. He doesn't need to. 2 guards rush past him, moving toward the woman on the ground. Zara stands, instinct telling her to run, but she blocks them instead. She needs a hospital, not whatever this is. Taehyun's eyes lock onto hers. He switches to English, his voice sharp as broken glass. You don't know who you just saved. I know she's breathing. That's enough. His jaw tightens. He looks at her like she just signed her death warrant, and maybe she did. But before he can respond, a frail hand shoots out from the ground. Lady Choi grabs Zara's wrist with surprising strength. Her voice is weak but clear, speaking in Korean to the men surrounding her. Ai, ne myoneria? The guards freeze. Taehyun's face shifts from cold calculation to pure shock. Zara doesn't understand the words, but she feels their weight in the sudden silence. What did she say? Taehyun stares at his mother, then at Hong. Zara. When he speaks, his voice is quieter, more dangerous. She just claimed you as family. I don't understand. You will. The guards move to escort Zara toward the SUV. She pulls her arm away, heart hammering. I need to get back to work. Taehyun steps closer, close enough that she can see the scar above his left eyebrow, the muscle ticking in his jaw. Your shift is over. Permanently. Wait, what did she just say about me? The medical facility isn't a hospital. It's a fortress dressed in white marble and glass. Floor-to-ceiling windows flood the hallways with afternoon sunlight. Too clean, too quiet, too private. Zara sits in a corner of the waiting room, bloody scrapes on her forearms, her uniform torn and stained. Across the room, Taehyun stands by the window, tattoos stark against the bright light. He hasn't looked at her since they arrived, but she feels his presence like static electricity. She thinks you're family now. His voice cuts through the silence. In our world, that means something. I'm not family. I'm a waitress who happened to be there. He turns, and the coldness in his eyes makes her breath catch. You stopped being just a waitress the second you touched her. A Korean nurse enters, clipboard in hand. She sees Zara and hesitates, her eyes darting between Zara and Taehyun. She approaches him, speaking in hushed Korean, clearly uncomfortable. Does she need something? Zara responds in perfect Korean before Taehyun can translate. I'm fine. Thank you for asking. The nurse's face goes pale. She bows awkwardly and leaves faster than she came. Taehyun's expression shifts. Not quite a smile, but close. You didn't mention you speak Korean. You didn't ask. The nurse's face went pale, like I'd just revealed a secret weapon. Lady Choi summons her an hour later. The recovery room is bathed in golden afternoon light, and despite the IV in her arm, Lady Choi sits upright like a queen holding court, regal, unmovable. You risked your life for a stranger. Her English is flawless, accent barely detectable. That is rare. Anyone would have. No. Lady Choi's voice cuts clean. They filmed. You acted. She reaches out and takes Zara's hand. Her grip is warm, surprisingly strong. I have no daughters, but today, I found one. Zara shifts uncomfortably. I appreciate that, but I should go. My brother's probably worried. You can't leave. Taehyun's voice comes from the doorway. Zara turns sharply. Excuse me? He steps into the room, closing the door behind him. That wasn't an accident. Someone tried to kill her. The room tilts. Zara's reflection stares back at her from the window, wide-eyed, lost. And now they know your face. My old life was already over. I just didn't know it yet. Someone inside wanted me gone, and I was about to find out who. Zara finds Taehyun in the estate courtyard the next morning. Ancient tree overhead, sunlight filtering through leaves that have witnessed 100 years of secrets. He's talking with his guards, voice low and commanding. She doesn't care. She storms forward, red envelope clutched in her fist. Someone left this in my room! She shoves the photo at him, her face circled in red marker. Korean characters scrawled beneath like a threat carved in stone. Taehyun takes it. His jaw tightens, knuckles going white around the edges. Internal resistance. They don't think you should be here. They're right. I shouldn't. He steps closer, close enough that she has to tilt her head back to hold his gaze. My mother claimed you. In this world, that's law. I didn't ask for this law. Neither did I. His voice drops, quieter, but somehow more intense. But here we are. Their eyes lock. Something dangerous passes between them, something neither of them can name yet. The moment stretches, pulls tight. Then someone decided to test me. A guard approaches, mid-30s, skeptical eyes, arms crossed. He speaks in casual Korean, the kind used between friends, the kind that tests whether you really belong. Bob meojioseo. Have you eaten? It's not really about food. It's about whether she understands the layers beneath the words, the cultural weight they carry. It's a test wrapped in politeness. Zara doesn't hesitate. Ajigyo. Gati mogoleo? Not yet. Want to eat together? She flips it back on him, offers hospitality before he can question hers. The guard's face freezes. Other guards watching nearby whisper to each other. Taehyun's mouth twitches, almost a smile breaking through his mask. The guard bows slightly, respect earned in 5 seconds. Hwanyeonghamnida, welcome, but not everyone was convinced. The guards disperse, leaving Zara and Taehyun alone under the ancient tree. Sunlight dances across his tattooed hands as he crosses his arms. You handled that well. I've been handling that my whole life. He tilts his head, genuinely curious. What do you mean? Proving I belong. Everywhere I go. She looks away, jaw tight. It never ends. Silence settles between them. Different than before, heavier. My father used to say the strongest people are the ones who have to fight to exist. Zara looks at him differently now, sees past the tattoos and the ice. Your father sounds wise. He was. Taehyun's voice goes distant. Before this world killed him. The words hang in the air. Shared understanding passes between them without another word needed. His phone buzzes. He checks it. His face hardens instantly, all vulnerability erased. But someone was watching us the whole time. Bright afternoon. Zara walks through the estate gardens alone, admiring flowers she doesn't know the names of. Peace. For just a moment. She breathes it in, then a hand clamps, over her mouth from behind. She's yanked backward, feet leaving the ground. Masked man, strong grip. Zara's training kicks in, instinct older than thought. Elbow to ribs. Hard. He grunts. She stomps on his foot, twists her body, breaks free. He lunges again. A gunshot cracks the air. The masked man freezes. Taehyun stands 20 feet away, gun pointed at the sky, smoke curling from the barrel. His voice is deadly calm, spoken in Korean. Touch her again. I dare you. The masked man runs, vaulting over the garden wall. Guards rush in from every direction. Taehyun holsters his gun and runs to Zara, hands on her shoulders before she can process what just happened. The way he looked at me, like losing me would destroy him. His hands move across her shoulders, checking for injuries, frantic in a way that doesn't match his reputation. Are you hurt? Did he? I'm fine. He pulls her close. Not a hug. Something more desperate. His tattooed hands cradle her face, thumbs brushing her cheekbones. His eyes search hers with an intensity that steals her breath. If something happened to you, why do you care so much? His voice drops to a whisper, raw and unguarded. Because you're mine to protect now. The world slows. Her breath catches. The space between them feels electric, impossible. Not a kiss, but the pull is magnetic, inevitable. Above them, Lady Choi watches from her window. A satisfied smile plays at her lips. That night, everything started breaking me down. Morning, Zara bows deeply to the estate elders, back straight, head lowered in perfect form. Her Korean is formal, respectful. 안녕하십니까? 잘 부탁드립니다. Her face holds a strained smile, professional, perfect, exhausting afternoon. Video call with Marcus. Her brother's face fills the screen, and something in her releases. Her voice shifts, relaxes into the rhythm of home. Nah, for real though, this place is wild. She laughs. It's genuine. Her shoulders drop. For 3 minutes, she breathes. Evening, estate dinner. She uses chopsticks with perfect technique, responds to questions in polite Korean, smiles at appropriate moments. Her face is a mask of composure, but her eyes are tired. Night. Bathroom. Finally, alone. She takes down her braids, slowly, one by one, stares at herself in the mirror. Her reflection looks back, eyes heavy. She grips the sink edge. Her breathing goes shallow. Every day I switch. Bow here, dap there, speak this, speak that. I'm fluent in both and exhausted in both. I was drowning, and nobody could see it. 3 days earlier, quick flash. Seoul Market. Zara orders tteokbokki in fluent Korean. A black woman, American expat, approaches with a smile that doesn't quite reach her eyes. Girl, you really out here speaking Korean like that? Born in Atlanta, raised on K-dramas and my mama's cooking. The woman laughs, but there's something sharp underneath. So you one of them ones? The in-between? Zara's smile doesn't falter, but the words land like a slap. In-between. Not enough of either, too much of both. Back to present. Zara in the bathroom. A single tear rolls down her cheek. She wipes it quickly. Knock on the door. Yeah? It's me. Can we talk? Taehyun's voice, softer than usual. Zara stares at herself one more time, decides something, opens the door. He stands there without his jacket, tattoos visible on his forearms. His expression is vulnerable in a way she's never seen. What he said next, it broke something open in me. Zara's room. Golden hour light spills across the floor. Taehyun stands at the doorway, hesitant. It's rare for him. Strange. Wrong, almost. Can I come in? Zara steps aside. It's your house. He enters, closing the door softly behind him. It's your room. The distinction matters. He sits on the edge of her bed, not too close. Respectful, careful. Zara takes the chair across from him, studying his face. I know this isn't what you wanted. You think? He looks down at his tattooed hands, tracing the ink with his eyes like he's reading a history he can't escape. I didn't choose this life either. Then he told me something nobody knows. I was born into this, my father. He tried to leave once. They killed him for it. Zara's chest tightens. I'm sorry. Don't be. He knew the cost. Taehyun looks up, and there's something broken in his eyes. At least people expect me here. I fit the role. Zara lets out a bitter laugh. Yeah, must be nice. Is it? Their eyes meet. Really meet. Past the walls, past the armor. Your guys still don't trust me. Zara's voice goes quiet. They see me as the black girl who doesn't belong. Taehyun leans forward, elbows on his knees. You saved my mother. That makes you more family than half the people in this house. Blood doesn't think so. Blood is overrated. I wanted to believe him, but then silence fills the space between them, heavy, charged. Taehyun's hand moves across the bed, resting next to hers, close, fingertips almost touching. The air feels thin. His voice drops low. I've never let anyone in. It's dangerous in this world. So why are you here? He swallows hard, vulnerable, exposed. Because you make me want to try. Zara's breath catches in her throat. Their hands inch closer, fingers almost touching, heat radiating between them. Then voices erupt outside, shouting in Korean. angry, urgent. Both pull back like they've been burned. Taehyun stands quickly, mask snapping back into place. Cold, controlled. Stay here. He's gone before Zara can respond, and that's when everything fell apart. Zara doesn't stay. She follows quietly, keeping to shadows. The estate war room doors are open. Daylight floods through floor-to-ceiling windows. Taehyun's men brief him around a table covered in surveillance screens. His lieutenant speaks in rapid Korean. The hit on Lady Choi, it came from inside. Your uncle. He paid the truck driver. Taehyun's voice goes ice cold. Why? The lieutenant glances toward the hallway where Zara hides. He thinks you're weak, that the outsider, especially her, makes you vulnerable. Taehyun stands, hands flat on the table. He's wrong. Is he? The men are talking. A black woman? Taehyun's voice cuts like a blade. Finish that sentence. I dare you. The lieutenant bows his head, shuts his mouth. Zara steps into the doorway. All eyes turn to me, like I'd just walked into a cell. Execution. She speaks in Korean, voice steady despite her hammering heart. I'm not making anyone weak. I'm just trying to survive. Every head turns. Guards stare, some with curiosity, some with barely concealed hostility. Taehyun switches to English, his tone softer. You shouldn't be here. Zara steps fully into the room. This is about me. I deserve to know. Silence. Taehyun studies her face, then nods once. He speaks to his men in Korean. Out. Now. They file out. The lieutenant is last, shooting Zara a look that could cut glass. The door closes. Just the two of them. My uncle will come for you. He thinks you're my weakness. Maybe I am. Taehyun steps closer, jaw tight. No, you're my reason to be stronger. But I wasn't strong. I was breaking. Private garden, sunlight, just them. Zara's voice rises, frustration spilling over like water from a cracked dam. You don't get it. Then make me understand. Her voice cracks. Do you know what it's like? To be too black for the Koreans and too Korean for the black folks. She's shaking now. Everything she's held back comes pouring out. I came here to find myself, and I'm more lost than ever. Flashes. Quick, brutal. Korean cafe worker speaking slowly like she's stupid. You understand Korean. Black expat group at a bar. You're different, not really one of us. Korean man on the subway pulling his child away when Zara sits down. Black woman at the market. You trying to be Korean or something? Back to present. Zara's eyes fill with tears, but her voice stays strong. I don't fit anywhere. Not here, not back home. Nowhere. Taehyun steps close, his voice gentle for the first time. You fit here. With me. He reaches out. She doesn't pull away. His fingers brush hers. Then we heard the gunshots. Bang, bang, bang. A black car crashes through the garden gate, metal screaming, guards shouting. Taehyun shoves Zara behind him, hand already on his gun. Taehyun's uncle steps out. 50s, expensive suit, cold eyes. He speaks in Korean, voice dripping with contempt. Nega 약해졌어. You've become weak. Taehyun's hand tightens on his gun. 아니, 난 이제 지킬게 생겼어. No. Now I have something to protect. The uncle's eyes slide to Zara. Pure disgust twists his features. He spits his next words. 그 여자 때문에? 그 귀여운 여자? 넌 끝났어. Because of her, that black woman, you're finished. Zara feels the word geoman. Black, like a physical blow, the way he says it. Like she's dirt, like she's poison. Taehyun's gun is half drawn. His voice is lethal. The uncle smirks. 그녀는 여기 속하지 않아. 내어도 알아. She doesn't belong here. You know it. Zara's hands shake, not from fear, from rage, from exhaustion, from every single time someone made her feel like she had to apologize for existing. And that's when I stopped apologizing for who I am. Zara steps forward, out from behind Taehyun, shoulders back, head high. Sunlight catches her natural hair like a crown. She speaks in perfect Korean, voice steady and strong. 전 약점이 아니에요. I'm not a weakness. The uncle's shock is visible. His mouth opens slightly. He didn't expect this. Didn't expect her to understand every word he said. Didn't expect her to fight back. Neon 누구야? Who are you? Zara's voice rings clear across the garden. 전 Zara Williams예요. I'm Zara Williams. Beat. She lets it sink in. Hangugi miguginieyo. I'm Afro-Korean American. The uncle scoffs, shaking his head like she's delusional. Zara's voice rises. Gurigo jon amudero an gayo. And I'm not going anywhere. Then I said the words I'd been afraid to say my whole life. She switches to English and her voice carries power that shakes the air itself. I'm black. I'm Korean. I'm both, not half, not torn, not confused, whole. The uncle responds in Korean, dismissive. Bulganunge? That's impossible. Zara steps closer to him, fearless. Her voice cuts through his certainty. Anyeo, John Salaisnan Jungoyeo. No, I'm living proof. Another step. She's close enough now that he has to look at her. Really look at her. She switches back to English and every word lands like thunder. If you can't see that, that's your problem, not mine. I'm done shrinking. I'm done apologizing. I'm done choosing. Sunlight breaks through the clouds above. It hits Zara's face. Her natural hair, her brown skin. She's glowing, radiant, unbreakable. Taehyun watches her with awe written across his face. This woman, this incredible woman. The uncle had a choice. And so did I. Taehyun steps beside Zara, gun drawn but lowered. He speaks to his uncle in Korean, voice firm and final. She stays, or you leave. Choose. The uncle laughs bitterly. You'd throw away our family for her? She is family. Mother claimed her. I claim her. That's law. Taehyun's eyes are cold steel. And anyone who touches her answers to me? The uncle stares, calculates, weighs his options. He sees Taehyun's face and realizes he's already lost this war. He spits on the ground, turns toward his car. Neon huhuehalgeoya. You'll regret this. The car screeches away. Guards secure the perimeter. Silence falls over the garden. Zara's adrenaline crashes. Her legs wobble. Taehyun catches her before she falls. And just like that, everything changed. Garden settling. Guards maintain distance. Zara and Taehyun alone in the sunlight. He's still holding her, breathless. You didn't have to do that. Zara looks up at him. Yeah, I did. Beat. His eyes search hers. You said you don't fit anywhere. I don't. Taehyun cups her face with his tattooed hands, gentle, reverent. You fit with me. Zara's eyes fill with tears, but she's smiling now, really smiling. You sure about that? I've never been more sure of anything. He leans in slowly, gives her time to pull away. She doesn't. Their lips meet, slow, deep, sunlight glowing around them like they're the only two people in the world. Close up, his tattoos against her brown skin, light and shadow merging, two worlds becoming one. But the matriarch was watching, and she had plans. A state terrace, late after